Hi everybody, I am back. It is MB and Beauty here, and I am here to talk about tea. And I always talk about a beauty product at the end, a quick review of a beauty product. And so I'm going to talk today about my Sips by box that I got. And I'm also going to show a few teaware items that I got in my last haul. So let's get started. So I came home on April, whatever it was. I think it was the 10th, the 11th, whatever day it was. The 12th was the 12th. And I had my Sips by box here. I was so excited. I practically ran over my poor husband to get to the Sips by box. Anyway, I was really stoked about the box this month, and rightfully so, because there were some amazing teas in this month's package. And I'm going to tell you about what I got. And I was very, very happy with it. So thank you, Sips by. I am such a fan. The first tea that I got, I already finished the sample bag, and I already ordered another package of it because I cannot live without it. It was August Uncommon Teas Passage, and that is a hazelnut chocolate tea with a black tea base. And I have had DavidsTea makes a really nice one called hazelnut chocolate, and that's a pour base, and that is also a great hazelnut chocolate tea. I really love that tea. But this is very different, not just because the tea base is different, the flavors are a little different, and the order in which they kind of hit your taste buds and your palate it's a little different. And the body of it, the body of the tea and the mouthfeel are a little different, in my opinion. Oh, and of course, what am I drinking while discussing these things? Candy cane matcha with some vital proteins, collagen. I've been in a very I've been craving mint a lot lately, so candy cane matcha from DavidsTea with some collagen, and you can never go wrong with having a scoop of collagen and whatever. So, yeah, I absolutely loved this passage tea. I drank this when I got home from work, and it was like such a decadent, comforting cup. It was unreal. So, this is the tea on the site here. That's what it looks like there. It's actually a really good looking tea. When you open that bag, the smell of just chocolate and hazelnut just comes wafting at you. So, hazelnut chocolate black tea tastes like Nutella, French chocolate, roasted chestnuts, and dark rum. Feels like, I love that, secret pleasures from the streets of Paris. And they describe this tea as early morning in Paris rewards you with rich aromas from winding cobblestone streets. A steamy gust of croissants and sugared brioche hits your nose. Moments later, you smell molten chocolate from the chocolatier being dripped into fantastical shapes. The dense chocolatey flavor of this tea will engulf your senses. Another sip brings a thick blast of roasting nuts. Milk takes this tea into decadent territory. Prepare for a luxurious breakfast experience. I made this with a little splash of organic whole milk. Normally I use 2% milk or 1% milk in things, but I was like, I want the creaminess, I want the full experience, so I used my husband's whole milk, and I put half a teaspoon of honey in there, and it was, oh my gosh, when I made my final cup of it, I was like, I'm sad. I'm sad that I'm finishing off this tea. It was so, so good. But August Uncommon, if you've been looking for a hazelnut tea with a black tea base, hazelnut chocolate tea with a black base, this is the one for you, August Uncommon Tea. So that was the first one in my Sips by box. The second tea was one I had seen other people review in their Sips by boxes and thought it sounded really good. It's a green tea, and I only have enough for one more cup. It's Shay Lulu Eclair à la Vanille. And it is all in French in the back here, but the ingredients are green tea, vanilla flavor, tea flowers, sunflower petals, and this is low in caffeine. Steeping instructions are 1 teaspoon per 8 ounces of water, 175 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 to 3 minutes because it is a green tea. Oh, speaking of steeping, the August Uncommon tea, I steeped that at 212 degrees for 4.5 minutes, and that was a perfect steep time and temperature for me. But again, this was a green tea, so 175, aka 85 degrees Celsius. And I just always use the perfect spoon, the DavidsTea perfect spoon and everything, because it's always just the right amount of tea for me. And this was amazing. It was green tea. I could taste the green tea base, which is so important to me. I could taste the vanilla. I could taste a creaminess. I could taste almost like a sugar sprinkle kind of a feeling. They really did capture a vanilla eclair in this tea. This is delicious, and it's so decadent. And the type of green tea that they use for these blends is, I don't know what type of green tea it is. I'm just going to dump some out in my hand here so you can see it. It is so good. I don't know if this is like a rolled green tea or what. I'm just going to kind of lift it up so you guys can see it. Can you see that? It's really quite good. You can see the petals in there. It looks like it might be dusted with some sort of vanilla flavoring or sugar or whatever, but it is Shay Lulu Eclair à la Vanille, in other words, vanilla eclair. What a great tea. It's so spring to me. That's something that I would love to serve at like a wedding or a bridal shower or, you know, a gender reveal party for, you know, that would just be such a fun, and it's a very great blend for the springtime, and that's a wonderful spring tea. Wake up, have a cup of that, get your day started, no caffeine jitters, all that stuff. And speaking of no caffeine, I got 2 packets of this, one of my favorites from DavidsTea, cinnamon rooibos chai. And one of my favorite things about this tea and a lot of others is that this is an organic blend. So in this lovely blend, we have organic rooibos, organic cinnamon, organic apple, natural cinnamon flavoring. It is a very simple blend, and yet it tastes unreal. It is, in my opinion, this is a complex tea. There's a lot going on here. The rooibos has a beautiful kind of weedy honey flavor. It's got a very dark flavor to me and really rounds out the cinnamon nicely. Cinnamon has a tendency to kind of take over a flavor profile in teas, and that really doesn't happen with this. The rooibos and the cinnamon very nicely complement one another and balance one another, which is a reason why I think this is so great as a latte. It's so great by itself. I already drank one of my packages, and I made it plain. I didn't add any honey or anything to it because it's really, the taste by itself is so great. And rooibos has a very natural sweetness all on its own. Of course, you can add some sugar, you can add some agave, you can add some honey, whatever your preference is. But this one really has a lot of natural kind of sweetness on its own, and I really enjoy it. And the electrolytes, the benefits of hydration and things that you get from rooibos is also very appealing. It's a huge draw when I go to choose a tea from my sort of tea library. I always kind of think about, you know, how I'm feeling. What do I need? What could I use right now? And if it's hydration, or if I have a headache, or if I just need a little bit of, you know, boost before doing a workout or yoga or something, I always reach for a rooibos because you can't go wrong. And there's no caffeine, so you can enjoy these at nighttime too. They're great nightcap teas. And also, this is the final tea in my Sips by box. And this is almond cookie herbal tea. This is caffeine free. This fruit, nut, and spice blend will bring you back to your favorite childhood bakery. With its delicious aroma and flavor, indulge in freshly baked almond cookies. A touch of beetroot adds a naturally fun pink color when brewed. So, obviously, this is sort of another version of David's Tea's Forever Nuts. And if you've had Tiesta teas, it's another version of Nutty Almond Cream, which is, they're all great teas. So I made myself a nice cup of this. I steeped it for a very long time. I think I steeped this for about 10 minutes. I added a touch of honey, maybe a little more than a half a teaspoon, or a little under a full teaspoon. And it was delicious. It's great. This is an awesome hot tea. This is an awesome iced tea. This is great as a latte. I absolutely love it. And I have also tried Cookie Tea makes another one of these teas, but they make it with a black tea base, and it is very, very good. So I recommend that. I believe you can get it. I'm sure you can get it on the Sips By site, which is where I got mine. And if I did not already have a huge tin of David's Tea's Forever Nuts, I would absolutely purchase this tea via the Sips By site. And so while we're on the topic of David's Tea, I just wanted to show you folks the lovely teaware products that I got. So I have this lovely teacup. I really enjoy the perfect teacups from David's Tea. They have just the right amount of they hold just the right amount of tea if you want to drink like several cups throughout the day, because I think these are like 10 to 12 ounces. And so I purchased this. This is called the Bloom teacup, and it's just got these little, it just reminds me of spring because it looks like little buds, like a little tree, like buds about to flower. So I really like it. It just reminds me of hope and spring. And I know it was released in the winter, and while we were on the floral path here, I also purchased another favorite tumbler because these keep beverages so hot or so cold for an amazingly long time. And I couldn't resist these adorable daisies. Like, I just feel like I'm flashed back into an episode of the Brady Bunch. And quite honestly, I'm loving every moment of it. So yeah, that was part of my David's Tea haul. And I hope you enjoyed. And finally, I am going to show you my latest favorite beauty products. So we have Drunk Elephant D-Bronzi. This is a concentrate liquid bronzer, and take it from me, there are loads of liquid bronzers on the market, but in my opinion, this is one of a kind because it's very concentrated, so you can control the amount of bronze and darkness and color you're getting by mixing this with either a tinted moisturizer, a cream foundation, or a regular, you don't even have to put it in foundation, you can mix this with plain moisturizer and just add a sheer bronze to your face. Then you can add, whatever else you want, powder, etc. It does have a beautiful glow to it, so I usually add like 2 drops to however much foundation I'm going to use. I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like. So this is a very small amount, obviously, of foundation. That is the Winky Lux white tea veil, which I've talked about before on here. So that's a little bit of the Drunk Elephant. And Drunk Elephant is also a conscious product line, and they do not mine mica in India. They are just a company that I like to support because they actually have some boundaries and some parameters, unlike a lot of brands. So that obviously shows you kind of the glow, and you can make it more intense, you can make it more, darker, and you really have full control with this product. I highly recommend it. You can find it on Sephora.com. That's where I ordered mine. I'll put the link below. This is just a fabulous product. It is called, once again, it's Drunk Elephant D-Bronzi Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops. So the cool thing about Drunk Elephant is it is skincare that also enhances and benefits your skin. So it's basically beneficial cosmetics, and you've got your kind of skin care in your beauty products. So you're not just evening your skin tone and giving yourself a clean palette to start with. The products that you're putting on your face are actually good for your face. So this is definitely a clean product. And like I said, the manufacturers, Drunk Elephant as a company, are they have a conscience, and that makes me very happy, because every time you buy something, it's a power transaction when you're buying things like cosmetics or tea or whatever. So it's good to do research on these companies. It's good to find out who they're benefiting, who's making the most money off of them, who may or may not be suffering. So I think those things are really important. I don't pretend to know a huge amount about them, but I do think it's important to try to find out what products are in the items that we're consuming and things like that. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment, or leave a comment, reach out, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you next week. I hope everybody had a great Easter weekend, and if you're Greek, I hope you have a great upcoming Easter. So take care, and we'll see you next time.